At dinner, my son raised his glass to his father-in-law. Everything I built, I learned from him. He didn't look at me. I was sitting across from him. At my table. Daniel smiled. Like this was expected. Claire didn't react. She was watching Noah, waiting for him to continue. And he did. He showed me how to structure things the right way. How to avoid mistakes. Avoid mistakes. I built his first company. Funded it. Structured it. Fixed every failure he never saw. I didn't move. Didn't interrupt. Didn't correct him. Because this wasn't a mistake. This was positioning. Daniel leaned back, calm. Execution matters, he said. Noah nodded immediately. Too quickly. Like he'd already agreed before the words were said. Then Claire touched his arm. Light. Controlled. A signal. Noah glanced at her, then finally at me. Dad, he said, almost as an afterthought, you get it. Not a question. A conclusion. I held his gaze. Didn't answer. Because now it was clear. I wasn't part of this conversation. I was part of the setup. That's when Daniel placed a thin folder on the table. Next to his plate. Not closed. Not hidden. Waiting. Noah didn't react. Claire did. A small shift in her posture. Tension. Controlled. I didn't touch the folder. But I stopped eating. Because dinners don't come with documents. And families don't rehearse silence like this. I looked at the three of them. Then back at the folder. And for the first time that night, I understood. This wasn't about respect. This was about removing me. I cleared the plates before anyone asked. Claire kept talking to Daniel like nothing had happened. Noah stayed with her rhythm. That contract closes next week, he said, pouring Daniel more wine. We've already aligned everything. Aligned. Third time tonight. Not once with me. Daniel nodded. Good. Then you're ready. Ready for what? No one clarified. Noah didn't ask. Yeah. It's time. I refilled Daniel's glass. He didn't acknowledge it. Claire stood, already gathering things. I'll send the updated version tonight, she said. Updated. I paused. Just long enough to notice. No one had discussed any version before. Noah picked up the folder. Opened it. Flipped through. Fast. Too fast. Looks good. Didn't read. Didn't check. Didn't question. Daniel watched him. Not approving. Measuring. Claire wasn't watching Noah. She was watching Daniel. Waiting for a reaction. That told me everything. I dried my hands slowly. You're finalizing something? I asked. Neutral. No pressure. Claire answered immediately. It's just restructuring. Cleaner setup. Cleaner. Noah added, yeah. More efficient. Efficient. Same words. Same tone. Rehearsed. Daniel closed the folder himself this time. We don't want unnecessary exposure. Exposure. Noah agreed again. Too quickly. Exactly. I leaned back. Watched them closer now. Same timing. Same responses. Like steps they already practiced. Claire checked her phone. Send me the numbers, she said. Numbers. There were no numbers on the table. No documents. Just that folder. Noah nodded anyway. Yeah. He didn't even reach for it. Didn't open it again. That's when something shifted. Confidence without verification. Agreement without control. Daniel stood. I expect the final draft in the morning. Expectation. Not a discussion. Noah didn't negotiate. Of course. Too easy. Too clean. Claire walked Daniel out. Soft voice. Different tone. I stayed where I was. Listened. Not to the words. To the silence between them. The door closed. Noah came back in. Picked up the folder. Held it. This time, he didn't open it. Just stood there. Thinking. Then he placed it on the counter. Face down. Slow. Deliberate. Like it mattered what side I saw. I finished the last plate. Set it down. Looked at him. You're sure everything's aligned? I asked. His word. He met my eyes. Brief. Then looked away. Yeah. It's handled. Handled. I nodded once. Didn't push. Because now it was clear. This wasn't a discussion they forgot to include me in. It was something they needed me not to see. The next morning, I woke up earlier than usual. The folder was gone. Not moved. Gone. Noah was already in the kitchen. Dressed. Laptop open. Coffee untouched. Claire stood behind him. Close. Reading his screen. Neither of them spoke when I walked in. Noah didn't greet me immediately. He closed the laptop halfway. Not fully. Just enough to block the view. Morning, he said. Late. Claire walked past me without looking. Phone already in her hand. I poured my coffee. Stayed. Longer than needed. Noah opened the laptop again. Quick. Careful. Scrolled. Stopped. I saw it this time. Clear. Transfer of operational authority. He tilted the screen away instantly. Too fast to be casual. Too slow to hide it completely. That wasn't a client document. That was internal control. I sat down. Slow. No meetings today? I asked. No, he said. Just wrapping things up. Wrapping what? He didn't say. Claire returned. Didn't sit. Didn't ask. Send it before noon, she said. No discussion. No review. Just execution. Noah nodded. Second red flag. Later, I checked the office. His desk was clean. Too clean. No drafts. No notes. No working mess. Just the laptop. And one envelope. Sealed. No label. I picked it up. Heavy. Multiple pages. Structured. Legal. I turned it slightly. The corner wasn't sealed properly. Inside, a header. Just enough to read. Reassignment of control. I put it back exactly where it was. Third red flag. That afternoon, Noah made 3 calls. Each one shorter than a minute. No explanations. Just confirmations. Yeah. Done. Send it. No questions. No hesitation. Fourth red flag. At dinner, they avoided the topic completely. Claire talked about travel. Noah agreed. Too easily. His phone lit up. Daniel. Twice. Noah stood up. Took the call. Left the room. Closed the door. He never closes doors. I waited. Counted. 1 minute. 2. 3. His voice was low. Controlled. When he came back. He wasn't uncertain. He was decided. What changed? I asked. He looked at me. Measured. Nothing. Claire answered over him. We're just making sure everything's ready. Same word. Same tone. Same timing. Not conversation. Coordination. That night, I didn't go upstairs. I went to the office. The envelope was still there. Same angle. Same position. Untouched. I didn't open it. I checked the drawer. Empty. Completely empty. The backup copies. Gone. Every version. Every file I kept for control. Removed. Clean. Precise. No mistake. No accident. That's when it shifted. Not suspicion. Not doubt. Structure. Sequence. Timing. They didn't forget to include me. They removed me step by step. I stood there. In a room I built. Looking at a system I created. Now rewritten without me. And for the first time. I didn't question it. This wasn't preparation. This was execution. I didn't confront them. I started checking. First, the calendar. Everything looked normal. Too normal. Same clients. Same time blocks. But shorter. Meetings that used to run an hour. Cut to 20 minutes. No follow-ups. No notes. No friction. Work was happening somewhere else. I opened the shared files. Version history. 5 edits. All late at night. All from the same device. Not Noah's. I checked the timestamps. 2:13 a.m.m., 2:19 a.m.m., 2:27 a.m.m., clustered. Precise. Not human habit. Controlled access. Someone was working inside his system while he slept. I didn't stop. I opened the contract files. 3 major clients. All active. But the language. Wrong. Small changes. Liability shifted. Approval chains shortened. I compared versions. Line by line. Every change pointed one direction. Less control for Noah. More flexibility for someone else. Not growth. Transfer. I leaned back. And that's when I heard it. Footsteps. Upstairs. Pause. Then movement again. Too slow to be casual. I didn't close the screen. Didn't rush. Just minimized one window. Left the rest open. The steps stopped. Silence. Then. Claire's voice. Soft. Are you still up? Not to me. To Noah. I didn't move. Didn't answer. Waited. 10 seconds. 15. Then a door closed upstairs. I kept going. Faster now. Email settings. Forwarding rules. Hidden. Auto-forward enabled. External address. I traced the domain. Private registration. But the recovery email. Daniel. That was clean. That was intentional. No guesswork. No interpretation. He wasn't advising. He was inside. I checked access logs. Multiple logins. Same time window. Same pattern. Different device. Same location. Local. Inside the house. I stopped for a second. Not because I was unsure. Because it was too clean. Too complete. Then I checked permissions. Admin rights. Noah, partial. Reduced. That didn't happen by accident. Override authority. Recently assigned. Secondary account. Temporary label. But structured. Professional. Not Noah's work. Daniel's. I moved to the contract pipeline. Future deals. Everything routed through a single approval layer. Not Noah. Not me. External authorization. I opened the routing file. Scrolled. Found the field. Pre-filled. Waiting. Daniel Brooks. Not signed. Not active. But ready. I sat still. Listened. The house was quiet again. Too quiet. Because now I understood. This wasn't a reaction plan. It was already in motion. Step by step. Timed. Controlled. I looked at the edits. The access logs. The contracts. Then back at the calendar. Everything aligned. Not toward growth. Toward dependency. Toward failure. Managed from the inside. I closed the laptop. Slow. Precise. Because this changed everything. I thought I was watching a mistake unfold. I wasn't. I was inside a system designed to replace me. I didn't go upstairs. I stayed in the office. Lights off. Screen dim. And I didn't think. I checked. Again. Calendar. Edits. Access logs. Contracts. Same pattern. No gaps. No mistakes. Too clean to question. This wasn't developing. It was executing. I stood up. Went to the drawer. Empty. Every copy I kept. Gone. Not scattered. Not searched through. Taken. That meant one thing. They knew exactly what to remove. I checked the cabinet. Same result. Clean. Precise. Then I heard it. A floorboard. Upstairs. Pause. Then a second step. Slow. Careful. Someone awake. Listening. I didn't turn the light on. Didn't move fast. Just shifted the screen angle. Reduced the brightness. Waited. 10 seconds. Nothing. Then a door closed. Soft. Controlled. I went back to the desk. Opened my system. Not his. Mine. Offline. Isolated. Untouched. I connected the drive. Files loaded instantly. Original structure. Unchanged. Safe. I opened the control clause. The one he signed. Didn't read. I already knew it. Still valid. Still active. Still mine. I hovered over the next step. Activation. One click. That's all it would take. Freeze everything. Stop the process. Expose it. I didn't press it. Because stopping it now would protect them. I closed the file. Disconnected the drive. Locked it. Then I moved. Kitchen. No noise. No signal. Opened the cabinet. The good coffee was there. Exactly where she said it wasn't. I made a cup. Sat down. Same seat. Same table. Upstairs. Movement again. Quieter now. Watching. I didn't look up. Didn't react. Just drank. Slow. Measured. Because now I wasn't reacting. I was letting them move. Every step they took locked them deeper. I finished the coffee. Rinsed the cup. Put it back. Exactly. Then I walked back to the office. Sat down. Opened the laptop again. This time, I didn't check. I adjusted. One permission. Minor. Invisible. Not enough to stop anything. Just enough to track it. To see who moves first. I closed everything. Left the desk clean. Like they did. Then I leaned back. Looked at the space they cleared. The system they thought they controlled. And I saw it clearly now. They weren't removing me. They were building a fall. And they thought they were standing above it. I let that sit. No anger. No hesitation. Just control. Because now, I wasn't part of their plan anymore. I was waiting for it to collapse exactly where I wanted. I didn't stop the process. I let it move. But I changed one thing. Timing. Every file they touched. Mirrored. Every action. Logged. Every transfer. Tracked. No blocks. No alerts. Nothing they could see. Because confidence makes people careless. 2 days later, Noah initiated the transfer. I saw it the second it happened. Upload. Authorization request. External access. Daniel's account. Exactly as planned. Their plan. I didn't interfere. I waited. Then I introduced a delay. 3 seconds. Not enough to stop it. Just enough to force a second step. Daniel called immediately. Noah answered without thinking. What's the hold? Daniel said. It shouldn't be pending, Noah replied. Claire stepped in. Check permissions. He did. Silence. Then. It's asking for secondary verification. That wasn't in their version. Claire's tone changed. From who? Noah didn't answer. Because now. He had to read. I stepped into the room. No warning. No noise. No rush. All 3 of them saw me at the same time. That was the first break. Dad, we're just. Finish it, I said. Calm. He hesitated. 1 second. 2. Then he clicked. The system opened. Full structure. Unfiltered. The part they skipped. The part they never checked. Claire leaned closer. Override it. There is no override, I said. Daniel's voice sharpened through the phone. There's always an override. Not this one. Pause. Real pause. Noah started scrolling. Faster now. Searching. Reading for the first time. Not performing. Not repeating. Actually reading. It says, primary control hasn't changed, he said. His voice dropped on the last word. Claire shook her head. That's wrong. It's not, I said. Daniel cut in. Tighter now. Ronald, what did you do? I didn't answer. Not yet. Because Noah wasn't done. He went back. Top of the document. Read the clause again. Slow. Line by line. His hand tightened. You never transferred control, he said. Not a question. Recognition. I nodded. I never needed to. Claire stepped back. Actual panic now. She grabbed Noah's arm. Fix it. He didn't move. Because now, there was nothing to fix. Daniel went silent. Completely. No guidance. No instructions. No control. Noah leaned back. Looked at me differently. Not as background. Not as support. As the structure itself. You knew, he said. From the start. I saw enough. Claire tried again. Daniel, say something. Nothing. Because everything they built depended on control they never had. Noah closed the laptop. Slow. Careful. Like shutting it would change something. It didn't. The room shifted. Not loud. Not dramatic. Just empty. Claire's breathing was uneven. Daniel disconnected. Without a word. No goodbye. No strategy. No recovery. Noah stayed still. Hands on the table. Looking at nothing. And for the first time, he wasn't thinking about the next move. Because there wasn't one. Only the moment. Where everything they thought was theirs stopped existing. No one spoke. No one moved. Because control doesn't disappear gradually. It disappears all at once. And when it does, there's nothing left to hold on to. The next morning, the house was quiet. Noah was already at the table. Same chair. Laptop closed. Phone face down. He wasn't calling anyone. Wasn't fixing anything. Just sitting there. Claire didn't come down. By noon, her closet was empty. No message. No goodbye. Just space where she used to be. Daniel never called back. No follow-up. No strategy. No recovery. Because once control slips, people like him move on. The transfer request expired. Unconfirmed. Locked. The system reset itself. Like nothing ever happened. Noah opened the laptop once. Looked at the screen. Didn't scroll. Didn't type. Closed it. Slower this time. Like he finally understood what he was looking at. And what he wasn't. I didn't ask him anything. Didn't explain. Didn't repeat a single word from the night before. Because now, he had to sit inside it. Without guidance. Without direction. By evening, he moved. Not across from me. Next to me. Closer. Not speaking. Not asking. Not pretending. Just there. For the first time. He wasn't performing for someone else. I poured coffee. One cup. Then another. Set it beside him. He didn't look at me. Just nodded once. Outside. Nothing changed. Same street. Same house. Same walls. Inside. Everything did. Not loudly. Not visibly. But permanently. They thought they were taking control. They didn't realize they never had it. What would you have done? Stop it early, or let it collapse like this? Write your answer in the comments.